Hey, how's it going? Andy here again. Fake Plastic Trees, that's what we're playing. Let's get straight into it, and what we'll start off with is a strumming pattern. The first chord we're going to be playing is an A, so we'll start off with the A. And we're going something like this. Now the strumming pattern does change very slightly through the song, but if you play it like that, you'll not notice. It'll essentially get you through the entire song just doing that little bit. So without further ado, let's go for a close-up and have a wee look at the chords. Right, so we're just starting off with an A, normal A, but I would use my second, third and fourth fingers for this one. So this first finger's basically sitting loose. We're doing it in chords of 2 just to show you, and if we start off with the A, next chord would be an A sus4, which essentially is just moving the pinky along, 1 fret staying on the second string and keeping your other fingers where they are. So A is sliding along with the pinky, and if we use the strumming, it sounds like this. Okay, so the next chord is a D major 9 with an F sharp bass. Sounds complicated, it's actually okay. Essentially all we're doing is second string from the bottom, the second fret, third string, second fret, and what we're doing is we're actually playing the 6th string, second fret as well. And there's a couple of different ways of doing it. I personally prefer doing it this way with the thumb coming over the top of the guitar. But what we essentially want to do is your A string, the string here, we want to mute that. You can do it this way if it's more easier for you, and mute this one, so your A string is getting muted, so it sounds like. As I say, I prefer the thumb, just going like that and still muting it. And the next chord is an E6. Now that's basically just an E, the pinky added in the second string, so just there. So just a normal E with the pinky added in the second string. Okay, so it would be basically okay. So the next chord then is a D sus2, which is just a normal D with the bottom finger off. So an open E string, first string. Now you can play the configuration, you can play it with whatever configuration of fingers that you like. I'll probably, you'll notice me playing it with my pinky and my middle finger, and that's because just for the chord progression I will show you. If you can try doing it like that, as I say, you'll see once the chord changes progress. So essentially, if we start from the D sus2 is essentially the last chord of the verse, so if we start from the beginning again, so it's the A, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, A sus4. So that's what it's supposed to sound like. So again, that's just the A. A sus4, D major 9 with an F sharp bass. Okay, now that repeats a couple of times for the verse. Again, it finishes on the D sus2. Next chord we're going to do for the where's around bit is basically a B minor 11. Now what you would do is keep the D sus2 shape here and add in your first finger to the 5th string, and what we want to do is mute the 6th string in this one. Right, something like that, sounds like Jaws. So as I say, we're playing the D sus2 shape and basically the 5th string on the 2nd fret, and that is a B minor 11. That is the main reason that I play with the pinky and the middle finger on the D sus2. So for the where's around, back to the A, back to the B minor 11. Back to the A, D sus4, back into the verse, D major 9 F sharp bass, D6, D sus2, A, back to the D sus2, and it repeats again as part of the verse. Right, so we've done the verse and the middle 8 part of it, or chorus, whatever you want to call it. Now the only bit left is a bit at the end. We start off in a B minor 11. This part it goes, and if I could be right, and that's it to finish the song off. Wee tips I would say about the song is it does the strumming louder in certain parts than others, just to give it a bit of the feel, such as the looks like a red, right, so that's obviously louder. And when you come to the if I could be, I would say a bit of softer strumming. It's still the same chords, it's just strumming it slightly in feel with the song, if you like. The strumming isn't exactly for every version of this song. The video version is different from acoustic versions, live versions. They do change depending upon how they're feeling like at the time. So pick one that you like. You can change the strumming on it, but essentially the chords will all fit in. That is how that is played. That's essentially it. So thanks a lot. See you later. Cheers. Bye.